What's going on, everybody? Kennybomb is in the building, and as far as we know, AEW Fight Forever is finished. And there are a lot of wrestlers on this roster who should have definitely made it into this game. But I don't think it's all doom and gloom, because I think AEW will in fact make another one, and if they do, they cannot leave these wrestlers off of this roster. Today, we're looking at 15 wrestlers who should have made it into AEW Fight Forever. Why? Because I don't got nothing else to talk to y'all about today. So let's get into it. And the first wrestler is one of my favorite wrestlers in AEW. She should have definitely made it into this roster because she is an AEW homegrown talent. Now, in Pack 3, we got two legends and Jay White. Shouts out to Jay White. But this is AEW's first game, and I think they should have built this roster with their homegrown talent. Now, of course, you need the legends, and we got a lot of legends in here, but we got a lot of legends in here at the cost of the homegrown talent. A lot of those people who were there since day one. But the first wrestler I'm going to talk about today is a wrestler who definitely should have made it into Pack 4 at the latest, but she lost her spot to Jay White. That wrestler is Julia Hart. AEW homegrown talent. Started from the bottom and ended up with the TBS championship that was made prestigious by Jade Cargill. And we see where she's at now and we see how she's doing. So Julia Hart is definitely a future star in the wrestling industry. So leaving her out of this game was an injustice. But that might not have been the biggest injustice because we had one that was a bit more offensive. When we first found out about AEW Fight Forever, Kenny Omega was flying that flag. But I think early on he saw the writing on the wall and he got up out of there. Who was the guy to take the reins after Kenny Omega let him go? That guy was no other than Evil Uno. Now, Evil Uno pretty much carried this game on his back from the good days before it was released all the way up until today. But somehow, he still did not get on the roster. Adam Copeland did. Switchblade Jay White did. Evil Uno was with the company pretty much from the beginning, holding it down during the pandemic, and he still couldn't get a spot in this game. John Silver did. I don't know why. Evil Uno has one of the best movesets in AEW, one of the most unique movesets, but he still didn't make it in the game. I think he should have definitely got his spot, and they pretty much just stuck their middle finger up in his face and swirled it around, and they left him out. So shout out to Evil Uno. Hopefully he makes it in the next one. Another wrestler I want to see make it into the next one. This is a guy who came in late, so I can kind of understand why he didn't make it in this one, but I think he is making a big name for himself in AEW. He doesn't seem like he's too happy because of the way things are going, but I think he's being put in a great position. Maybe he just needs to start winning more matches again. That guy is Konosuke Takeshita, one of the best wrestlers on the AEW roster. I think this is great for like Japanese representation because he's a big guy, and he's shown us he can hang in there with the best of them. His English might not be the best, but I think with Don Callis by his side, this guy could be a future world champion. One of my favorite wrestlers in AEW, despite the language barrier, so hopefully, we get Takeshita in the next game. Next up, we have Roderick Strong. I cannot believe I am a fan of Roderick Strong today. I stopped watching NXT when the Undisputed Era came in because I was like, who are these guys? The vanilla midgets of the century. I don't care about none of them, so I'm not watching this anymore. He came into AEW, and I think he really made his mark. He found his character, and you know what? I think he should have made it in the game. We got Adam Cole. He did come in a while after, so he should have been added in the DLC pack, but I don't even think he's been in a big wrestling game before. Was he in 2K23? Let me know in the comment section. Now, the next one is a legend, and what I don't understand is AEW doesn't have many legends in the company, so you would think the legends they do have would have made it in the game. They had full access to Mark Henry, and they did not put him in AEW Fight Forever. Now, they saw the value of a Big Show, and they got him in, but I don't know why we left Mark Henry out of that. That's very strange to me. His contract is coming up, and if he's not happy about this and the way things have been going with his career in AEW, I think it's likely we see Mark Henry up out of there, but we should have definitely seen him on this AEW roster. The next one we have on this list, we're going back to the women's division. And I got to give a shout out to King Swiss Roll XXL because you're right. They had every ingredient they needed to cook, but they forgot the yams. How do you not put Sky Blue in AEW Fight Forever? This is one of their stars, another AEW homegrown star who came out of nowhere. And I get it. You have Adam Copeland, you put Adam Copeland in the game. But I would rather have had Sky Blue over Jay White or Samoa Joe. I said it, and I can't take it back. You don't like it? Let me know in the comment section. The next one we have on the list, we got two. We're going to go ahead and blow two out real quick because we got Private Party. Now, I know the boys lie. They kind of look zesty right here, but that's just what Private Party is. I don't know what's going on with these guys. They came back to TV for like a week, and then they disappeared again after that. I'm hoping it wasn't a back-to-back injury, but I think these guys have potential. They're still young, so they still have time. So hopefully AEW gets the ball rolling, but these could be two stars in the tag team division because they just got crazy charisma. If they don't see it, I think these guys might have to head to WWE because I think they could definitely find that potential in NXT. Look at Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes. They just know what they're doing right now with people of this ilk. Let's go ahead and move on. The next one we got is Saraya. Now, Saraya is kind of an interesting one because we heard rumors going around that Saraya was scanned in for this game, but we never saw her at all. Now, the community manager did say wrestlers get scanned all the time and they're not always going to make it into the game. So I knew she wasn't a lock, but some people think we're getting season 5 because we haven't seen Saraya yet. While it's possible, I wouldn't rule it out 100%, but I would rule it out 97% because I just saw somebody post something that showed this game at $3 in Walmart. $3 is insane. Now, that's a steal. Trust me. If you don't have AEW Fight Forever right now, go to your local Walmart and see if you can get it. Because for $3, you're not beating that. But maybe they wanted to get her in the game before everything was finished up and they just didn't have a chance to do it. I don't know what's going on with Saraya. Maybe they were scanning her for AEW Fight Forever Season 2 because it's pretty much been confirmed that it's coming. Just like this one that we just revealed on accident, which is Will Ospreay. Now, I know Will Ospreay joined AEW late, but this is kind of a principle thing because they said AEW Fight Forever would last forever. This would be their wrestling game that they kept building upon. Now we know for sure Tony Khan said he wants another game, and hopefully we get that game. But we were expecting to get like New Japan packs, TNA packs. We were talking about all kind of DLC packs before this game came out because the way they were building it up made it sound like it was possible. Now we know that's definitely not the case, but that doesn't change the fact that Will Ospreay was still in AEW when they were doing like the Forbidden Doors and those other type of shows. So I think there was an opportunity they had to make whatever deal they needed to make with New Japan and get Will Ospreay in this game because much like a Ricochet, much like Jeff Hardy, Will Ospreay is definitely a video game wrestler when you look at his moveset, much like Evil Uno as well. So I think you got to honor these guys. And right behind Will Ospreay, I got to go with Okada. We got to talk about what's going on with Okada in AEW. But of course, we can't do it in this video. We got to do it on the second channel, which is Kiss the Ring. If y'all don't know, me, Kiddo Valentine, and Just Brian have a channel where we talk everything pro wrestling and pro wrestling only. As y'all can see, we've been over here doing it up. So make sure y'all come check out this channel because we got a lot of good content. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And that next one is Taz. We talk about legends in AEW, they have Taz at their fingertips. I didn't have him at mine, but there he is right there. Taz, we got him sitting at the commentary desk, but he's actually, I would say, an ECW legend. So he's got a great moveset. You know, we see the suplex machine son going crazy in AEW. So I look at this as another missed opportunity. We see WWE 2K24 just put out an ECW Legends pack. That means there is a taste for these ECW Legends. And a lot of people got that taste fulfilled by WWE because they put the pack out first. When they had ECW at their hands with Taz, they didn't utilize it. So bad move. And I think that's one that they need to fix in the next game. Honor the legends you have because you don't have many. The next one we have is Deonna Purrazzo. Now, she came in late as well, but this goes back to the fight forever aspect of it. This game was supposed to last for a long time. It was supposed to go past year one, and wrestlers like Deonna, who has came in and made a big impact on the roster, I think she should have definitely made it into this game. I don't see why WWE let her go because the young lady has a lot of potential, and I just don't know if it's going to be seen the way AEW kind of presents their women's division. It's gotten better, but it seems like they can only focus on 1 or 2 women at a time, and I think they need to get it better than that because we see what WWE is doing. These women can go these days, so I think they need to figure it out. Now, the next woman who should have been in this final DLC pack before they decided to cancel Christmas is Willow Nightingale. Now, she just proved herself to be a diamond in the rough. I didn't know she was as good as she is, but being in this feud with Mercedes Moné showed her promo skills because I think she even outshined Mercedes in the promo bout they had. So I think Willow Nightingale would have been a great wrestler to be added to this game. They need a lot more women, and she was one that would definitely fit the bill. I think that's the term. If it's not, let me know in the comment section. But I love Willow Nightingale, and I hope she retains that championship at Double or Nothing. Now, the last wrestler who I think they needed to add to AEW Fight Forever is Mercedes Moné. Now, of course, she just recently got her spot on the AEW roster, but they paid a lot of money to get that spot on the AEW roster, and I think adding her into this game could have got some of it back because I think people would definitely buy her. Now, she hasn't even come close to showing her worth yet, but if she's in AEW having matches like she had with Bayley in NXT, then I think she's going to do more than that, and she could walk out of AEW a bigger star than Cody Rhodes did. But let's say AEW gave us one more season. Give me 3 wrestlers you would want to see included in that season. If I can only get 3 of the wrestlers off this list, of course I'm going Julia Hart, I'm going Konosuke Takeshita, and I'm going Sky Blue. Save everybody else for AEW Fight Forever 2. Let me know where y'all going in the comment section. Brody King, Buddy Matthews, Serena Deeb, Serpentico, let me know. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.